Hi guys. In this video, I wanted to share a few of the things from my home country of Trinidad and Tobago that I absolutely miss not being able to enjoy in the UK. Now, where I live in the UK, there's a very large Caribbean population, so I've got a lot of access to Caribbean spices and foods. I could get rotis and Creole food. The major Tesco's out there has got Carib and Stag, and I could get Angostura rum and bitters, and so there's a lot of things out there that I could actually get from Trinidad and Tobago, which is great. But at the same time, there are a couple unique things in Trinidad that as of yet I haven't been able to find them in the UK or even some kind of close substitute that will kind of really satisfy my taste buds. So I thought I would do a quick rundown of the top 5 things that I actually miss from Trinidad and Tobago, and this is food, drinks, that as of yet I have not been able to find an equivalent in the UK. Now, the first thing that I've got to speak on has got to be the fried chicken fast food restaurants in Trinidad and Tobago. And this includes Japs, Royal Castle, KFC. I've got to say, like, I've had KFC all around the world, and the KFC chicken in Trinidad and Tobago, especially the spicy chicken, is also what they use in the zinger combos, are by far the best that I've ever tasted. And I've had friends come down from the US and elsewhere from the UK, and they all kind of agree that, oh wow, the seasonings, the spices, and how they do the spicy chicken out here in Trinidad and Tobago is probably the best that they've ever had. And I say I'm not opposed to. Again, I like my Japs, I like Royal Castle. There are a couple others that I also enjoy. But usually when I clear the customs coming out of Piarco Airport, the first place you will see me is at the KFC, ordering myself a zinger combo to enjoy on my drive to wherever it is that I'm staying. But so far, I have not been able to find that anything that comes close to what the KFC in Trinidad and Tobago and basically any of the fried chicken places out here in Trinidad and Tobago have been able to replicate in the UK. So I definitely missed that from my home country. Now, the second most common thing that I actually miss from Trinidad and Tobago has got to be pepper sauce. I mean, every time that I go out, whether it's Turkish, Indian, Chinese, wherever I go, I always ask for something spicy. Some kind of chili sauce, some kind of habanero sauce, or some kind of pepper sauce. And unfortunately, so far in the UK, I have just been unsuccessful at finding a really and somewhat hot pepper sauce. My girlfriend, who is English, Tabasco sauce is pretty much more than she can handle. For me, that's kind of like ketchup. She watches me use the pepper sauces basically as a dip because they're not really hot out there. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not taking like the scorpion pepper. I do use scorpion pepper, but I use a little bit of it in some of my cooking and stuff like that. But yeah, so far I've yet to find a really good pepper sauce that's available out in the UK. Now, the closest I found was Matook's at one of the area Tesco's. Matook's is all right. It's a little mild for my taste, but kind of tasty, but it's not quite up to the standard that I quite enjoy. So that's got to be the second biggest thing that I miss, especially in the UK. When having a meal, sometimes you just need that little extra zing to take it over the edge, and so far the UK has not been providing that for me. So definitely miss the pepper sauce. Right, so the third thing has got to be mango chow. Yeah, definitely. This is everybody makes it somewhat differently, where they take a semi-green slash ripe mango, whether it's starch, Julie, or whatever you might have, and they mix it with vinegar, pepper sauce, shadow benny, maybe some salt and pepper in a cup. I mean, everybody makes it differently, but it is quite a tasty dish. I do enjoy it. I do prefer it a little more on the green side. I don't like it, too soggy and stuff like that. But I do miss a good mango chow. Fortunately, as I say, I'm back in Trinidad for a couple of weeks, and our mango tree is actually producing some fruit. So hopefully before it's too late, I will get a mango chow going out here. They're just budding, so they're very small, but hopefully if they get to a good size, I'll enjoy that before I get back to the UK. But yeah, getting the good mangoes and the ingredients to make a really good mango chow in the UK so far, haven't quite been able to replicate that. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it to see it. But that's definitely something that I miss from Trinidad. Next on my list is a beverage. It is the Ginseng Up. I don't know why. For some, I'm not a soft drink person generally speaking. I stick mostly to water. But for some reason, when I'm in Trinidad, I just, it seems a little more refreshing. Mostly because I had a water dispenser in my house back home in Trinidad. So sometimes you just get bored of drinking water all the time, morning, noon, and night, and you wanted something a little different. Um, I'm not big on Coke and these other things, but for some reason, I really do enjoy a good ginseng up. Pretty much any flavor except maybe the grape or the apple. Those are probably my two least favorite flavors. Love the original, of course, the lime. The cola champagne is a little sweet for me, but I do enjoy it. I think it's a little more refreshing than some of the other drinks. Somebody told me I could get that in the Tesco's up where I'm not too far from where I'm living, but I haven't seen it. I've seen Stag, I've seen Shandy Sorrel, but as yet I have yet to find a good case of ginseng up. And the last thing that I have an absolute addiction and craving for is something called Kanji Chicken, available at the Hakka restaurant. Um, Now I'm looking for a Hakka restaurant in the UK to see if I could get some kind of equivalent to the Kanji Chicken, but I got to say that's such a sweet delicacy. It's just absolutely delicious. When I was in Diego Martin, they opened up an express, and I used to be there quite often with their chili rice and other things like that. But the Kanji Chicken, this is a Hakka, so it's an Indian Chinese blend. Again, when it's done well, it is just succulent, and it's kind of crispy skinned on the outside with a wonderful sauce, a little spicy, absolutely divine. And so far, I have yet to be able to find a Hakka restaurant in the UK. I'm sure they have them, but as of yet, I haven't been able to find it. And that again is something I enjoy, going out and grabbing myself some of the Kanji chicken. Definitely, that is something that I miss tremendously in the UK. So yeah, some people might be asking, well, what about all the other foods? The doubles and the Creole food, the pilau, and all this other stuff. And like I say, a lot of that stuff I could actually get in the UK, and I mean, some of it I actually cook for myself, like the punch crema at Christmas time and stuff, the pastels and stuff. But even if I didn't make it, it's actually available. They have a lot of Caribbean restaurants, and I could order pastels and other things, pancha crema and creme de menthe and other things. So those things have not gone amiss. But these are the five things that, when I was, living my life in Trinidad, they were kind of things that were in my life quite regularly, at least once a month. And now that I've moved over to the UK, I don't have access to them as regularly, and as such, I do feel a loss from not being able to enjoy these few things. Which is why, again, I enjoy coming back to Trinidad as often as I can, and I get to enjoy and indulge in these things. I mean, I think on a kind of bonus note would be some of the pizzas that are done out here. For some reason, the seasonings are really good, but I might do an entire video talking about Trinidad pizzas. But yeah, so guys, I just wanted to put this fun video out, and I'm just kind of coasting out here. And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Connect with me on social media, and if you have any comments or disagreements, feel free to leave it in the comments. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.